boy, did we just see a great game. Apple Valley, Forest Lake almost knocked off the defending state champs, but Trey Jones picked it up in the second half. Got multiple steals, multiple layups, and hit some free throws. He had 4 points at the half and finished with 20 points in the game. Kind of took the team on his back, if you know what I mean. And they won 67-60. So the winner of this game will get to play Apple Valley tomorrow. We'll have that game for you tomorrow night, part of our tournament coverage. We've seen the Lakeville North Panthers the last couple of games in the section tournament down in Rochester. They knocked off Lakeville South, and then they beat John Marshall last Saturday for the section title, I should say, for the 7th time. They're introducing the non-starters to the crowd here at the Target Center. Our broadcast to service at Northfield Hospital and Clinics, Dakota Electric Association, Citizens Bank, Minnesota Lakeville, by H&R Block with offices in Lakeville, Faribault, and Owatonna, and by the Gusty Basketball and Leadership Camp in St. Peter. Yes, the Northfield Hospital and Clinics has a full-service clinic plus urgent care right in Lakeville. Primary care for the entire family plus the specialists you need when you need them. Probably hear some drums banging. In fact, I'll turn off the music here, and as I do that, they quit banging the drums. But that's the Lakeville North Band. Lakeville North is in their red uniforms with white trim today, and the Crimson of Maple Grove, the exact same team that the Lakeville North girls played in the opening round of the state girls basketball tournament last week. Of course, congratulations goes out to the ladies from Lakeville North. They finished in 3rd place, which means they got to bring home not only the trophy for the trophy case of the school, but individual medals, which you get for 3rd place and you don't get for 4th place. We'll have your start. Well, one of my least favorite things. They got white numerals on a white uniform. Explain that to me, please. I don't remember that from the girls last week from Maple Grove. The Crimson in their white with white numerals and crimson trim. There's a little gold on that uniform, too. 6'1 junior Jared Rainey averages 13 points, 5.5 assists. Nate Adams is a 6'2 junior, averages 13 points, 3 rebounds. Alex Battist is a 6'6 senior, averaging 12 points, 9.5 rebounds. Jordan Stensland, a 6'3 senior, averages 11 points, 3 rebounds, 3 assists. And Mac Wilner is a 6'3 senior, averaging 3.5 points and 4 rebounds. For Lakeville North, Owen Blodzik is a 6'1 senior, averages 9 points, 3 rebounds, 2 assists. Colin Denk is a 6'3 senior. He's averaging 7.5 points, 3.5 rebounds. Tyler Wall, the 6'7 junior, averages 17 points, 12 rebounds, and 6 assists. Tyler Luco, 11 points, 5 rebounds. And Tommy Jensen, Luco, by the way, is a 6'6 senior. Jensen, a 5'11 junior, averages 11 points, 1.5 rebounds, and just over 3.5 assists a game. John Oxton, 32 years at Lakeville North. Teams average 73 points, give up 52, and the Maple Grove Crimson 21-8 on the season. Lakeville North's 25-4. Crimson coached by Nick Schroeder in his 5th season, or his 8th season. I can't read my own writing. Has 164 wins. They score 63, give up 56. Their shooting percentages are incredible. 54% from the field, 35% from Freyland. The field percentage not given by Lakeville North. They shoot 35% from three-point range and are 8 threes away from 200 on the season. It says Crimson across the chests of Maple Grove with a little MG on the shorts. It says Panthers across the chests of Lakeville North with an LN on the side of the shorts of the Panthers. Panthers right to left, Crimson left to right in your radio dial. And we're set to get this quarterfinal round Class 4A game underway. Tap controlled by Wall and the Panthers. As Jensen will leave it for Wall, who does everything for this team except fill the water bottles. He might do that too. Wall goes in the lane, shoots a jumper, smack dab in the middle of it, and he's off to the races. He had a tough shooting day in the first half over in Rochester last Saturday, but not tough there. The ball comes under the table, almost hit the leg right by me to my left, and Karam to the left. As Maple Grove trying to bring the ball up, down 2-0 on the Citizens Bank Minnesota Lakeville scoreboard. Right in front of us, it's Stensland, the senior. Gets it between the two circles to Wilner, another senior. Wilner, man-to-man defense here by Lakeville North. They'll pick their spots and put on some pressure. That's what I love about their teams. They pick their spots. Stensland gets it on the right side. Panthers are playing some good defense here. Here's a long-range jumper that's no good. Rebound taken down by Maple Grove. The travel. A couple of dribbles on the baseline. They bounce it, get on the right wing. Here's another three. It's NBA range. It's no good. Long rebounds taken down by James. James brings it across the timeline, swings on the right side, fake the shot, step back, handoff by Blazik, and it's going to go out of bounds, and it'll be a turnover by Lakeville North. North comes into this game averaging 19 assists a game. They're a plus 10 on the glass and 13 turnovers per game. This is their 8th trip to state. Their 7th straight. So they had one and then a bit of a drought, and then they've gone 7 straight years. Beautiful motion offense. Stensland gets himself a layup. It was gorgeous. And we're tied at 2. As Jensen brings it across the T-Wolf logo at center court. Moving right to left on your radio dial. Hands it off the wall. Goes on the left side to Luco. Luco just beyond the free throw line. Swings it over to James. It's a three, and it's no good. Rebound taken down. Wall gets it in the corner. They get it underneath the basket. Luco misses a layup. Rebound's taken down by the Crimson. Coming flying up the floor is Rainey. Shots up. Little floater off glass. No good. Wall gets a rebound. Wall bounces on the right side to Blazik. He goes in for the layup, and it looked like he may have been fouled. Ball's blocked out of bounds by the Crimson. Their head coach Schroeder pacing in front of the bench. Tugging on the officials here. Bounce pass goes in the corner to Luco. Out front to James. Gets it inside the paint to Wall. Wall almost lost the ball. Brings it back out top. He's being guarded by Wilner. Now they get on the left side to Blazjak. Fake handoff by Wall, goes down the lane, quickly goes to the basket, gets fouled, and he'll go to the free throw line. It's clear that they want to get Wall on track early in this one. He's got 4. He's going for his 5th. He averages 17 points, 12 rebounds a game, and 6 assists. He's a junior. And he really struggled last Saturday, but boy, did he come through in the clutch. He's the guy who got the steal from behind against Mr. Hurt from JM. That gave Lakeville North the lead. What was it, 2:36 to go, something like that. He hits the free throw. So he's got all 5 of the Panther points. Are up 5-2 on the Citizens Bank Minnesota Lakeville scoreboard. Halftime, we'll take a look at all those stats. Service of H&R Block. Offices in Lakeville, Faribault, and Owatonna. As really spreading the floor here are the Crimson. On this larger, of course, NBA floor, they really spread it out. That should open things up underneath. Nice steal there by Denk. Denk's heading to Minnesota State Mankato to play baseball as Maple Grove turns it over. Jensen has it on the left wing. 5-2, Lakeville North leads it. Walls at the free throw line. Passes it underneath to James. Layup is good. Or I'm sorry, Jensen. Tommy Jensen. I don't know why I said James. I got Jensen written right in front of me. Shots up, it's no good. I was thinking of the Shondells and Tommy James. I guess Wall gets on the right side. The layup is good. As Blazjak scores, and guess what? The Crimson say that's enough. We got to take a time out. Lakeville North 9, Maple Grove 2, 14:49 to go until halftime. Of course, before this state tournament game, or here early in this state tournament game between a couple of good teams here in Minnesota, the Northfield Hospital and Clinics brings you our keys to the game. Northfield Hospital and Clinics, a full-service clinic plus urgent care right in Lakeville. Primary care for the entire family plus the specialists you need when you need them. I think it's pretty simple. Coach Oxton making it very clear that one of the keys is to get Wall going here early. He's got 5 points. He ended up with 14 last Saturday, and he scored 9 of those in the second half. So, had a real struggling first half. So I think that's one of the keys. They are a very good rebounding team, a plus 10 on the glass, as I mentioned. Those stats were not provided by Maple Grove, so I can't tell you. how they compare with Maple Grove. But I do know that Lakeville North not afraid of physicality. They proved it last Saturday. That's how they won that game against John Marshall. Those are your Northfield Hospital and clinics, of course, with the Family Health Medical Clinic in Lakeville and urgent care in Lakeville. Keys to the game. Maple Grove, after the timeout, brings the ball up. I'm sure they'll have a set play out of that timeout as Nate Adams, the junior, looks to dribble penetrate on Blazczyk. Gets it on the top of the key for three. It's no good. Rebound's taken down by Wall. Wall across the timeline. Wall goes down the lane, loses the ball en route, and it's a turnover by Lakeville North. Their second as Maple Grove looks to bring the ball up right in front of us. Gets it out to Rainey. Rainey averages 5.5 assists a game. Toss a two-hand chest pass. They swing it all the way in the left wing. Looking to drive baseline. Shut off by Wall. Back out front. They go with the ball. Maple Grove. Well, the Panthers playing really good defense. Moving their feet well. A couple of left-handed dribbles down the lane. Shots up. We got a foul called offensively. Trying to attack the basket, and a nice job taking the charge there. Stensland gets called for the foul. It'll be his first. That's the second turnover in my book, anyway. So, we will see if those live stats are up here yet. They haven't been for this game. In the corner. Three. In and out. No good. Man, it rattled out by Tommy Jensen, the junior. Bounce pass underneath the basket. They bounce it on the right side. Maple Grove inside the blue paint. Fadeaway's good. Nate Adams hits the fadeaway in the middle of the paint. Averages 13 points a game, and it's 9-4. So the bleeding is stopped a little bit here by Maple Grove. Almost a turnover by North on a blind pass. Wall has it between the two circles. Swings it on the left side to Blazczyk. They get it back out front as Cole Anderson's in the game for Lakeville North. Pass goes on the block. One dribble, and it was he was going to go to the basket, and the ball got knocked away, and they call a foul, a reach-in foul on Maple Grove. It's going to be on Wilner. His second foul already. So at the free throw line is Tyler Wall, who really struggled. He was 0 for 4 in the first half in Rochester last Saturday, and swish on that one. He's 2 for 2 here in this game. I don't know that I didn't get a chance to ask Coach Oxton if they had ever played in the auditorium before. It's a whole different game than the arena over in Rochester. I'm going to guess they hadn't. He misses the second one. Rebound's taken down by Mastert, who's in the game. Eli Mostert, the 6'4 junior. Anderson fakes right, goes left baseline, and they're going to call a foul. Or no, they say he stepped out of bounds. Wow. He got bumped, but they didn't call that. North has their third turnover. Now the live stats are popping up. 10-4 is our score on the Citizens Bank Minnesota Lakeville scoreboard, bringing hometown banking to Lakeville. Member FDIC. Up the far sideline goes Maple Grove. They look to dribble penetrate. In the game is Kyle Dreyer. He's the one who brought the ball up. Now they get it back out top to Rainey. Rainey with a double high screen. Gets it to one of the screeners. He'll shoot the three, and it's no good. Rebound taken down by the Lakeville North Panthers. Top of the key, they get it to Mostert. Making right, going left is Anderson. He'll stop and pop and miss. Rebound taken out while Wall had it taken right out of his hands. Coming flying up is Rainey. Rainey will pass it all the way down the floor. They beat the Panthers down the floor and get themselves a bunny out of the deal. Zach Bradbury gets the bunny for the Maple Grove Crimson. Out of Section 8, 8-4-8 champions. Here's another steal. Coming back the other way. Shots up, little finger roll, missed it. Rebound taken down by Mostert. He'll get it to Wall. 10-6 Lakeville North. Pass goes on the left wing. They were up by a good margin here earlier. Fosse's in the game now, too, for Lakeville North. Spencer Fosse, the 5'9 senior. So Coach Oxton getting a lot of guys in the game early. Here's another turnover. Lakeville North's got to be stronger with the ball. Here's a 15-footer. It's good. Sweet shot. Sweet shot was hit by Nate Adams. He's got 2 of those. And 5 turnovers already by North, and it's 10-8. As Fossey brings it across the timeline. Bounces it high to Mostert. Swings it on the left side. Anderson tried to lob it into Wall. He gets shoved to the back. No call. Goes right to the basket and scores. As the shover backed away. Wall already has 8 points, so they got him going. 12-8 is our score. Pass goes on the left wing. Rainey gets it out front. Now gets the ball back. He set a screen for him. Now on the left side, they go with it to Adams, who's already showing off a pretty sweet shot. It's 12-8, Lakeville North. 10:38 to go first half. Faking left, going right. Wilner now hands it off. They get it back to Rainey. Rainey dribbles to the free throw line. Good defense here by the Panthers, who held everybody under 50 points in the sections. And we got a blocking foul called on the Wall. And I don't know about that call, to be honest. His first foul, he was moving his feet and everything. Wasn't reaching. So Mostert and Anderson come out. And let's see, Fossey's in the game. Dank's in the game. Luco's in the game. Jensen is in the game, and, of course, Wall is in the game. Wall got in some foul trouble last week, too. I thought when he got his 4th, that was probably the end of the Panthers, but it tells you what I know. Out front with the basketball from Maple Grove is Stensland, the senior, passing on the right wing. They're down by 4, getting in attack mode. Shots up, and it rims in. There was some interference with the basket, or for the netting, I thought, but it went in. Here's a 3 by Dank, and it's good from NBA range. Dank heading to Minnesota State Mankato to play baseball. Gives his team a 15-10 lead. Driving left baseline, shots up, and we're going to have an offensive foul. Second one on Stensland. His second offensive foul as he leaves his feet, and that allows, of course, the opponent to take the charge. Also checking out here for the Maple Grove Crimson is Zach Bradbury. In the game is Rashawn Parker. Parker is a 6'1 sophomore. So Fossey brings the ball up, bounces it to Mostert, who's back in the game. Free throw line extended right. Back to Fossey. Mostert is a wide body. He's a big guy who got physical with Mr. Hurt last Saturday and fouled out. A couple of guys fouled out guarding him. Lugo gets it on the right side. They lob it into Mostert. Gets it back. Now they bounce it in the corner to Dank for 3, and it's good. Dank hits another one. He's hitting home runs on the basketball court, going to play baseball. Pass goes in the right corner to Parker. Parker gets it back out front to Rainey. Rainey in on the block. A couple of right-handed dribbles one way and then going to the basket and missing it. His right point blank was Alex Battist, and he couldn't get it to go. Here's a 3, and it's good. Fossey hits a tray. So Fossey hits the triple. It is his 6th triple of the season, and he gets to say to his grandkids he hit one of the state tournament. It's 21-10. Of course, he's got to have kids before grandkids. And then there's great-grandkids. Driving left baseline, shots up. We had a foul called on Luco. So Luco, who also fouled out of that game last Saturday, steps in. I believe it was him. Let me double-check that. I do have the score sheet here somewhere. The 2 fouled out were, it was Luco with 4:37 to go. Mostert with 1:33 is missing the free throw. Is Kyle Dreyer for Maple Grove. Where's number 2 on the back of his uniform? He is a 6'2 junior. So both teams getting those subs in so you get a feel for the game, and he makes the second one. This is the first trip to the free throw line. 21-11, double-digit lead here for Lakeville North on the Citizens Bank Minnesota Lakeville scoreboard. Conveniently located across from Super Target in Lakeville. Wall dribbles to his right, passes it in the corner. Here's another triple, and it's good! Jensen hits that one. They cannot miss right now, and they're from NBA, most of these. Rainey looks to dribble penetrate. Here's a long-range jumper that's good for Maple Grove. as Bradbury hits the three. Every time I hear the name Bradbury, I think of Star Trek. It's 24-15, and that one came from the sky. As Wall, right at the Timberwolf logo, dribbles to his left off the high screen by Luco, gets in the corner. Nope, it's going to be a turnover. Boy, North has 6 turnovers, and they got themselves a 10-point lead. That's almost unbelievable. Almost. 67% shooting for the Panthers and 38% for Maple Grove. Our stats again a service of H&R Block. Boy, at H&R Block and offices in Lakeville, Faribault, and Owatonna, they know taxes. Get your maximum refund guaranteed. Rainey drives right baseline. Couldn't lose Jensen. Nearly fallen in her lap was Wall. And inbounding it will be the Crimson to my right. Right to my right will be the Crimson. And inbounding the ball is going to be Kyle Dreyer. Pass in the corner, another three. It's no good. Rebounds taken out on the weak side by Blazchek. Gets it over to Denk. Now bringing it across the timeline is Wall. Wall pass it on the right wing. Here's another three, and it's no good. Rebound taken down by Maple Grove. The ball was almost stolen by Denk. Board came down to Batiste. And I guess he might have some blood on him or something. Nope. I guess it's Rainey who's got the blood. So he has to come out and get that blood taken care of. 24-14 Lakeville North. Come out here on fire as Jordan Stenslin will bring the ball up. Left to right in your radio dial. And a foul's called on Stenslin. His third offensive foul. Jensen fell down and the official thought he was knocked over, I guess. So 4 turnovers for Maple Grove. 6 for Lakeville North already. Panthers will inbound it just to our left. Up by 10 with 7:05 to go here in the first half. As Wall looks to bring it across the timeline with a right-handed dribble. Wall will pass it. Blazchek gets it back out front to Wall. Wall with a little crossover, gets in the blue lane. Here's Jensen, fakes a three, looks to get inside the lane, pass it in the corner, and it gets knocked away by the Crimson. You hear Coach Hoxton hollering out the play. It's 24-14 with 6:46 to go until halftime. I want to thank Northfield Hospital and Clinics, bring you all our coverage of Lakeville North girls last week, boys this week, state tournament. Been quite a year for Lakeville North sports. A lot of state tournaments. There's an NBA three, and it's good by Jensen. Man, oh man, his second triple, his 71st of the season, and it's 27-14 Lakeville North. By the way, Lakeville North and Apple Valley split during the regular season. Jensen makes a steal, dumps it off, and Blazchek gets hammered. 27-14. Foul's going to be on Adams, his first. So Blazek goes to free throw line. And he missed it. He'll have another. Owen averages 9 points, 3 rebounds, 2 assists a game. Of course, we'll have the 8 o'clock game tonight on our sister station, part of our 70th year of baseline-to-baseline coverage as Blazchek makes the second one. So 3 for 5 from the free throw line of the Panthers and 1 for 2 of the Crimson of Maple Grove. Dink's going to check out here. As Maple Grove will bring the ball up, down 28-14. Rainey comes flying down the blue lane, shoots the shot point blank, missed it. Rebound taken out by Wall. He almost got tripped. He'll throw it all the way down the floor to Jensen. Across the floor to Anderson. 15-footers no good. Rebound taken down by the Crimson. Coming back the other way is Nate Adams. Adams out front. Gets a screen, which did nothing because he was moving. Rainey has it out front. Dribbles to his right. Has Anderson on him. Here's an open look from 3, and it's bottom of the net. Nate Adams hits the 3, averages 13 points, 3 rebounds. He's one of the top golfers in the state of Minnesota in the junior class, and he goes all over the country in tournaments. does Nate Adams. You might see him on the pro circuit someday. Lob pass goes on the block. Wall has it. Wall turns to face the basket, spins to his left, and goes right, and he traveled, and I don't think there's any question about it. 7th turnover. 62% shooting by the Panthers. Man, are they red hot. 44% for Maple Grove. From three-point land, Lakeville North is 62%, 5 of 8. Right here in the big target center. Of course, they should feel comfortable here. They've been here 7 straight years. Pass goes on the right wing. I mean, these guys have played here. Apple Valley waits in the wings, the defending state champs. Lakeville North plays them in the All-South Suburban Conference semifinal. Missing a 3 is Rainey. Rebounds taken out by Cole Anderson for Lakeville North. Right to left. Dribbles between his legs. Right side wall. Fakes the 3. Looks to dribble penetrate. Backs up. Pass it in the lane. DeLuco now gets it back, and he's going to be fouled, they say, by Nate Adams. It'll be his second. I did not see a foul, to be honest. I saw Adams standing in front of him, and he was not facing him. He was going to box him out when he was shooting the ball. But the contact is called. That last game, man, it was physical. There was, as Wall makes the free throw, you would not believe the physicality in that previous game between Apple Valley and Forest Lake. 9 points now for Mr. Wall. He's looking for number 10 already. 4:39 to go here in the first half. It's 29-17. Lakeville North ranked number 4 in the final Minnesota Basketball News poll. Seeded number 3. Maple Grove is ranked number 19 in the latest Minnesota Basketball News poll. Rainey comes up across the timeline. Hits it on the left wing. Back out front they go with it. And a nice job on this Battist. Not seen the ball much. And of course he trying to get the ball, but they haven't been able to get him the ball. And we're going to have a foul called on Lakeville North. It's going to be on Blajic. His first. So Rainey gets the inbounds pass with 4:08 to go, and his team down by 13. Here's a 3, and it's bottom of the net. Dreyer hits the 3. And again, I can't tell you how many he's had because they didn't provide any stats. Wall brings it across the Timberwolf logo right to left. Little crossover. Backs, throws it over to Luco. Here's another 3, and it's good. Went around the world by Fossey and went in. Fossey's got 2 triples. He now has 7 on the season and 2 of them in the state tournament. 33-20. Looking to bring the ball up is Rainey. Has Fossey on him. Hands it off to Adams. Now Rainey gets it back in the lane. Stops, shoots, comes up short. Rebound taken down by Rainey. Goes back up. It's blocked by Wall. Taken down. Batiste goes back up off glass and scores. Well, that was a man's rebound there. It's 33-22. He averages almost 10 rebounds a game. He's heading to Carleton. So we'll get to see him a lot in the next few years, we hope. Wall on the right side. Blajic gets it in the corner. Fossey, another 3. It was in and out. That almost went down. Man, the crowd would have gone nuts. That would have been his third. And here's a layup. They lost him. Scoring is Bradbury. A layup. He's got 7, and Coach Oxton wants to get their defense back under control. It's a 9-point lead. 2 minutes, 40 seconds to go. The Lakeville North Panthers take the timeout on the Citizens Bank Minnesota Lakeville scoreboard. It's the Panthers 33 and the Maple Grove Crimson 24. They have a scholarship program for both South and North high schools. For Lakeville students, stop by for detail. Halftime, we'll have all those stats, the service of H&R Block. Boy, do they know their numbers. Bounce pass to the baseline. Dink, they call him for traveling, is being leaned on. So that's another turnover. Let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I have them with 8 turnovers. We'll see if the live stats have that too. Yep, that's their 8th turnover. 6 for Maple Grove. We got a foul called on Lakeville North. I didn't see it because I was getting the live stats up here. Right across from us is Dreyer. He'll pass it to Rainey, being guarded by Fossey on the floor along with Dink, Jensen, Luco. There's a shot blocked from behind, and coming up is Dink. Brings it across the timeline. Dink looks to his right. Wall will run down toward the free throw line. Jensen asks Fossey to come high, gets it to Wall at the free throw line. Wall turns to face basket, goes inside the lane, and kisses it off the window. Well, a nice job by Wall, who's having a very good first half. He's got 12 points. And it's 35-24 with a minute 45 to go. Lakeville North. Rainey goes high off window, missed it. Rebound put back up. It's good. By Bradbury. He's having a good first half. He's got 9 points and averages 3. Wall tosses it on the right side to Fossey. Fossey, a couple of left-handed dribbles. The free throw line, bounce it on baseline. Dink gets the layup. Just great basketball awareness, sharing the ball. As the ball knocked the iPad into the phone. The iPad into the phone. So inbounding the ball for Maple Grove is going to be Nate Adams. Right in front of us is Adams. He passes it to Rainey at the Timberwolf logo. Top of the key, they go with it. To the Bradbury. Pass goes into Batiste, and the ball's knocked away. And, boy, he's getting a lot of attention inside by Lakeville North. They were able to do the same thing to Mr. Hurt down in Rochester last Saturday. As pass by Rainey comes on the baseline, he'll get the ball back in the right corner. He's got Fossey on him. Dribbles it in front of us where it says target center. Looks to dribble penetrate on Fossey. Pass it on the left wing. There's 53 seconds to go. It's a 9-point game. Mattis goes in off glass, missed it. Rebound put back up, no good. Rebound put back up again, and it's good by Adams. Boy, I tell you, he went after that board. He's got 9 points. It's a 9-point lead. 36 seconds to go in the first half, and Coach Oxton says we're going for the last shot. We can't have anything less than a 9-point lead if we miss the shot. And if we don't miss the shot, we'll have a double-digit lead at halftime. Lakeville North with 6 assists here in the first half. 4 for Maple Grove as Wall just stands out there and dribbles the ball. You can hear him dribbling the ball. He looks to get in attack mode. Free throw and extended left, turnaround jumper with 2 seconds to go is no good. Rebound, half-court shots thrown up, and it's no good. It hit the backboard, but did not go in on the half-court shot by Adams. All things considered, Maple Grove has to feel very fortunate that they're only down by 9. I mean, the torrid shooting that Lakeville North has had. It's Lakeville North 37, Maple Grove 28. The one fly in the ointment, as they say. I got a sneaking suspicion John Oxton's going to tell his team to prize that basketball because they've had too many turnovers here in the first half, and if they win this game, Apple Valley is very good, while Trey Jones himself got a number of steals. I'll share some of that information with you during our halftime report, which is coming your way next. H&R Block, offices in Lakeville, Faribault, and Owatonna will bring you all our statistics right after this 90-second timeout.
Favorite thing about my street?
It's quiet.
Safe. The people.
We rely on each other.
And we rely on our Touchstone Energy Cooperative.
The co-op isn't just about electricity.
It's about power.
The power of information, efficiency,
safety,
technology.
That's why whenever I have a question about energy,
I always call my Touchstone Energy Cooperative first.
Because in my community,
I am the co-op. And the co-op
is me.
Dakota Electric Association is your local Touchstone Energy Cooperative.
All right, America. H&R Block has some good news. For a limited time only, you could get a refund advance loan of up to $3,000 the same day you file at Block. That's right. You could get up to $3,000 today. No interest. Told you it was good news. To learn more or find participating locations near you, visit hrblock.com. Get your taxes won. Optional tax refund related loan from BofI Federal Bank. Not your tax refund. $500, $750, $1,250, or $3,000 loans offered. Approval and loan amount based on expected refund and other conditions. Funds loaded on prepaid card. Tax returns may be e-filed without applying for this loan. Fees for other products or features may apply.
Favorite thing about my street?
It's quiet.
Safe.
The people.
We rely on each other.
And we rely on our Touchstone Energy Cooperative.
The co-op isn't just about electricity.
It's about power.
The power of information, efficiency,
Safety.
technology.
That's why whenever I have a question about energy,
I always call my Touchstone Energy Cooperative first.
because in my community
I am the co-op.
And the co-op
is me.
Dakota Electric Association is your local Touchstone Energy Cooperative.
Well, I keep getting some information on my phone that says we got a winter storm watch in Faribault. That's what I like to see. It says the winter storm watch will likely expand as the storm nears. So you might want to keep updated on that. Well, it is tournament time. Usually during one of the tournaments we have a storm. We didn't have during any of the tournaments this month yet, so I guess we're about due. Here at halftime, it's 37-28. The Lakeville North Panthers on top. They are led by Tyler Wall with 12 points. 8 points for Tommy Jensen, 8 for Colin Denk, 3 for Owen Blazczyk. And let's see here. 6 off the bench for Spencer Fossey. Those are the only points off the bench for Lakeville North. Our stats of service at H&R Block. H&R Block with offices in Faribault, Lakeville, and Owatonna. They're very good with numbers, and of course they know taxes at H&R Block. Personalized service emphasized at every one of those offices. H&R Block, Lakeville, Faribault, Owatonna, your maximum refund guaranteed. For Maple Grove, the Crimson, led by Nate Adams, the 6'2 junior, has 11 points in the first half. 9 for Bradbury off the bench, who averages 3. Just 2 for Battist, who averages 12. 2 for Jordan Stensland, who averages 11. And 4 for Dreyer off the bench. They have 13 points off their bench, and Lakeville North has only 6. That's what's keeping them in this game. In Maple Grove was the number 19 ranked team in the state in Class 4A in the final Minnesota Basketball News boys high school basketball poll. And Lakeville North, the number 4 ranked team in the state. They are the number 3 seed. The turnovers, 8 for Lakeville North, 7 for Maple Grove. I'm sure John Oxton will tell you that's too many. Wall has 4 rebounds to go with his 12 points in 17 minutes of action. Rebounds, Maple Grove 12 and Lakeville North 11. Remember, Lakeville North came into this game a plus 10 on the glass as a team. But this Battist is very good for Maple Grove. The young man who's heading to Carleton. He's got 6 rebounds, 2 points in 15 minutes. He's only taken 3 shots. Lakeville North's done a very nice job of shutting down the inside. And they're shooting 62% for the field, 60% from three-point range. I'm sure if you're Coach Schroeder, you're telling your team there's no way that Lakeville North can keep shooting at a 60% clip. So we want them to shoot threes, okay, guys? We don't want them to be attacking the basket. We want them to shoot threes. 37-28. Lakeville North leads it on the Citizens Bank Minnesota Lakeville scoreboard. Conveniently located next to Super Target just off I-35 in Lakeville. Member FDIC. We'll take a look at some of those Apple Valley stats from earlier today. Of course, they're in the same conference as Lakeville North. Apple Valley won the South Suburban Conference, and Lakeville North finished in second place, just 1 game behind them. And they split during the regular season. So that could be, the rubber match if Lakeville North hangs on and wins this game. And, of course, we'll have it as part of our coverage tomorrow night on our sister station, KDHL Radio 920 on your AM dial, as we're providing our 70th year of baseline-to-baseline coverage. KDHL Radio went on the air in 1948. And every year KDHL's been on the air, we broadcasted from the State Boys Basketball Tournament, not just because a team or two from our area's gone there, but prior to going to 4 classes a number of years back, I think it was 97, prior to that, KDHL broadcast every single game from the tournament when there was 2 classes. And then they expanded to 4. There's no way we can do them all. I do remember us trying. Did a number of games on the FM here. But had to kind of abandon that. Just too many games. And so now we bring you 16 games. We'll have all the semifinal games. We'll have all the championship games. Well, we'll have not quite all the semifinals. We're going to carry a couple of Class A games tomorrow over at the Barn, Williams Arena, because those games aren't on television. I know we got a lot of compliments on the fact that we're able to bring some games to folks that, aren't near a television or anything, get a chance to at least keep updated on how their teams are doing. So best way to listen, folks, is by tapping the app. Download the absolutely free KDHL app, or in this case, Power 96 Faribault app. It's the best way to listen. You can hear those sneakers squeaking and everything. You probably hear the ball dribbling right in front of us, whistle blowing, all that stuff. By the way, in the South Suburban Conference, the leading offensive team was, and it probably doesn't surprise you, Apple Valley. But the best defensive team, and this is no surprise to me because I know John Oxton's been a disciple of defense ever since I've known the guy. Lakeville North had the best defense in the league, and you remember the adage, defense wins championships. Our score here at halftime is 37-28. Lakeville North on the Citizens Bank Minnesota Lakeville scoreboard, bringing hometown banking to Lakeville. Member FDIC. Back in 1 minute.
The Gusty Basketball and Leadership Camp is designed to help each player from the highly skilled to beginners. This camp is for all age groups, boys and girls. The ultimate goal of the camp is to develop well-rounded basketball players, emphasizing discipline, floor presence, and team concepts. Each player will receive individual attention designed to help correct and improve areas of weakness and inexperience. Resident and day camperships are available. While this camp teaches fundamentals of basketball, kids also receive quality time used to discuss leadership, motivation, and positive living. Online registration is preferred at GustyBasketballCamp.com. Enrollment limited, filling fast, so go to GustyBasketball.com and register. Tired of feeling like a number at the doctor's office? At Northfield Hospital and Clinics, we treat you like a person. You are an important part of your healthcare team, so our doctors and staff listen to you and treat you with respect. Our 4 clinics offer primary and specialty care close to home in Northfield, Lonsdale, Lakeville, and Farmington. Learn more about our doctors and staff at northfieldhospital.org. Brought to you by Northfield Hospital and Clinics, providing primary and specialty health care through personalized, patient-centered care. Small enough to know you, large enough to serve you.
Well, the clock's winding down, and the end of half is coming up here. Both teams are on the floor, warming up, getting ready for half number 2. Our officials today, by the way, are Brad Soliason. I hope I said that right. Rob Boris and James Holt. Our score 37-28, Lakeville North on top. Lakeville North did win that game last Saturday by a score of 51-46 over the Rochester John Marshall Rockets. They were down by 5 at the half. They didn't take a lead until there were 5 minutes and 22 seconds to go in the game, and it was kind of seesaw from there. They retook the lead at 2:56 mark and didn't trail the rest of the way. And Wall, who struggled in the first half, really came alive in the second half and made the big key steal. Lazic got the triple that put them up. Wall hit some crucial free throws down the stretch. Remember, he didn't make a single one in the first half. So, that's part of it. We all have our bad days. And just keep getting after it, persevering, and that's exactly what he did. Lakeville North fans are across the arena from me. The Crimson of Maple Grove are behind me. Maple Grove out of the Northwest Suburban Conference. Of course, Lakeville North out of the South Suburban, as I said. Actually, they call it the Northwest. Yeah, it is the Northwest Suburban Conference. So inbounding it will be Zach Bradbury from Maple Grove. They're moving right to left on your radio dial with their white uniforms with white numerals. Man, I hate that. Bradbury's a 6'4 senior. Tosses it into Rainey. He's on the floor with Adams, Batiste, Stensland. Layup good. So Battist scores. I think I said Batiste. He scores right out of the gate. Here's a Jensen three. It's no good. Rebound taken out by Battist, who was in some trouble initially, but hands it off to Rainey. He'll bring it across the Timberwolf logo. It's a 7-point lead for Lakeville North. Here's a steal by Wall. Wall comes back the other way. There's going to be a foul called on Rainey, I do believe, as Maple Grove has their 9th turnover of this game. Rainey does get called for the foul. 37-30, just underway here in the second half. Gordy Kosfeld here at the Power 96 Sports microphone. Carly's engineering back at the studios. Blazic gets it on the block to Wall. Another quick spin, reverse layup, missed it. Rebounds taken down. We missed a number of those in Rochester, too, last weekend. Pass by Rainey, a great pass underneath the basket. A foul's going to be called on Jensen, who got caught on underneath the basket. And he just had nowhere to go defensively, so Mac Wilner will head to the free throw line. He averages 3 points, 4 rebounds, 2 assists a game. 1 for 2 from the charity stripe is Maple Grove. Free throw, good. Fosse's going to check in for the Lakeville North Panthers. Blazek will go out. 17-12 to go. It's 37-31 Lakeville North. He missed the second one. Rebounds taken down. Well, Denk had it and lost it, and it's going to belong to Maple Grove. There'll be another turnover by Lakeville North. Coach Oxton is just beside himself. So Maple Grove will inbound it right in front of their own bench on the far side of the arena here. Here's a long three in NBA. Barely grazed the iron. It'll go bouncing out of bounds. I'm sure his coach might have had something to say to Mr. Adams about that one. I mean, he was behind the NBA line by a good foot. 37-31. Fosse hands it off to Wall. Wall dribbles to a free throw line, stops, passes it back out front to Denk. He'll swing it on the left side. Fosse dribbles to the top of the key, backs up with the basketball, and dribbles to his right and hands it off to Jensen. Jensen, who was the best shooter last Saturday in terms of accuracy, goes right to the basket and scoops the shot in. Nice job by Jensen. That was impressive. He's got 10 points, and it's 39-31. Rainey brings the ball up, guarded by Fosse. Pass it on the left side. Now they get it back out front. Wall nearly gets the steal. They jump on the ball. We got a tie-up. Possession arrow will go to Lakeville North. So the Panthers will have the ball. They're down in their red and white. It says Panthers across their chest. They got the LN on the shorts. And the Maple Grove Crimson with the white numerals on white uniforms with crimson trim and some gold on their unis too. It says Crimson across their chests, and they've got an MG on their shorts. Wall's on the block, spins to the basket, scores, and he's fouled. He is so good down low. Well, he's good everywhere. Got 14 points. He goes to the free throw line. Denk's going to sit down. Blazek's back in the game. Wall takes a deep sigh. He's 4 for 5 in the game. He missed the free throw. Rebounds taken down by Bradbury. Gets it to Rainey, guarded by Fosse. Across the Timberwolf logo, right to left on your radio dial. Battist gets it back on the right side to Rainey. Rainey stops, gets it out high. Dribble. A little leaner from the free throw line. It's good. By Adams. On the move bucket. And it's 41-33 Lakeville North on the Citizens Bank Minnesota Lakeville scoreboard. It's an NBA three, and it's bottom of the net. Jensen hits his third three of this game and his 72nd of the season. Rainey tosses it on the left wing to get on the block to Battist. Battist inside the lane. He traveled. Shots up, no good. Rebound yanked down by Battist. Puts it back up. It's rejected by Wall. Wall comes flying up the floor left to right. Goes inside the blue paint. Got bumped into. He scores the bucket. It looks like they're going to score the bucket, which I didn't know this was the NBA. The continuation, which isn't in high school normally. He got fouled at about where the free throw circle is. But they did count it. And so he gets a chance for a three-point play the old-fashioned way, and he missed it. Rebound taken down by Rainey. 46-33, back up to a double-digit lead for Lakeville North. Waiting in the wings, Apple Valley, and boy, they nearly got knocked off by Forest Lake. I wrote down here when they took the lead in the second half. I got to find where I wrote it down. 5:54 to go in the game. See, I found it. Crimson have good spacing on the floor, but they're down by 13. They take a lead over good spacing any day. Now we get another layup and a foul and a chance for a three-point play as Stensland hits his second basket in this game. I think they called the foul on Blazic. That's his second. Coach Oxton having a word or two with Mr. Jensen, and hitting the free throw is Stensland, who averages 11 points a game, has 5. Lakeville North does not get credit for the incredible defense they have. I mentioned they have the best defense in the South Suburban Conference. Jensen, little jump stop, hands it off. Fossey, free throw line shot is good. So Mostert scores. A free throw line shot, and it's 48-36, and North has been very efficient here. As I mentioned in the sections, they held everybody under 50 points. That looked like a travel that wasn't called. It's going to end up in a turnover anyway. Lakeville North's Fossey tosses it to Wall. Wall in front of his bench, gets it to Mostert. It goes in. Shots blocked. Mostert gets it. It loses it. Now Wall has it in the left corner. Passes it on the left wing. Now the Panthers don't need to be in a hurry. They're up 48-36. They can take their sweet little time as looking to back down was Wall, and we're going to have a foul call. They called an offensive foul on that. They called an offensive foul on Wall, who was backing down the defender. And the defender was moving. And Coach Oxton's like, are you serious? Yeah, they're serious. Wall gets called for the foul. He's still bewildered over there. That ends up in a turnover for Lakeville North. And we had a timeout taken by the Crimson because the guy just across the timeline was right by the end line. He was losing his balance, and it was a smart move on Coach Schroeder. Coach Oxton can't believe that call. Frankly, neither can I. 14:01 to go here in regulation. 48-36 Lakeville North on the Citizens Bank Minnesota Lakeville scoreboard. Conveniently located next to Super Target just off I-35 in Lakeville. Member FDIC, back in 30 seconds.
Favorite thing about my street?
It's quiet.
Safe.
The people.
We rely on each other.
And we rely on our Touchstone Energy Cooperative.
The co-op isn't just about electricity.
It's about power.
The power of information,
Efficiency,
Safety.
technology.
That's why whenever I have a question about energy,
I always call my Touchstone Energy Cooperative first.
because in my community
I am the co-op.
and the co-op
is me.
Dakota Electric Association is your local Touchstone Energy Cooperative.
Wow. Coach Oxton was talking to the official quite a bit after they broke their huddle about that call. It's like, I didn't see what evidently you saw. As Maple Grove has the ball, and they're going to call another foul on Luco. Be his second. So going to the free throw line for Maple Grove is going to be Kyle Dreyer. He is 1 for 2 from the free throw line. He has 4 points. There's number 2 on the back of his uniform, and he missed the free throw. We'll have the 8 o'clock game from Target Center tonight on our sister station, KDHL Radio, 920 on your M-Dial. Best way to listen. Download the free, you heard me right, free best 4-letter word in the English language other than love. Free app. Just tap the app, click Listen Live, and it's so easy. You can hear this. Can you hear those sneakers squeaking right now? Pass goes to Mostert. Shots up from 15. It's an air ball. Rebounds taken down by Stensland. Here the Maple Grove fans haven't had a lot to cheer about. Rainey dribbles all the way through the lane, goes in the left corner, zips a pass underneath the basket. That was an awesome pass off the dribble, just absolute laser pass. Mattis to go to the free throw line. I think they called it on Mostert. Free throw's good. So Mostert's going to come down. He's got a big old smile on his face. He's like, wow, that was quite a pass. I bet he was impressed with it, too. As Mattis hits them both. He's got 6. It's 48-39, Lakeville North. In the 4th-ranked team in the final Minnesota basketball news poll, here's a NBA 3 by Jensen that rims off. Rebound taken down by nobody yet. Now Blazic gets it and throws up a little 8-footer. His second hoop, he's got 5, and it's 50-39. There's still a lot of time left in this one. All good teams have runs. Maple Grove's a good team. They just turned the ball over. Pass ahead. Little finger roll's no good, but a foul's going to be called as Dink missed the finger roll. And he's upset and slaps the standard. Foul is called on Maple Grove's Kyle Dreyer. So Dink will be to the free throw line. He's not been there yet in this game. Averages 7 points, 3 rebounds, and has 8 points. As he rims in the free throw. It's 51-39. Shooting percentages are now 59% for Lakeville North as he missed the second one. And 50% for Maple Grove. Rainey dribbles inside the blue paint, floaters up, and it's in. That was his first basket in this game, and he averages 13. Wall has it out front, pass it across the floor to Luco. Now in the corner they go to Dink. Quickly get it to Wall on the block. Wall fakes the passes. He goes baseline. Luco goes inside the lane. Again, that quick spin of his. Shots up, no good. Rebound taken down by Maple Grove, and now he had a foul called on the Wall, I believe, and that's his third. There's a lot of time left in this game. Wall had foul trouble last week. 12 minutes, 15 seconds to go. It's 51-41. As Rainey brings it across the Timberwolf logo, dribbles to his left, passes on the left wing. Here's a 3, and it's good. Hitting the triple is Dreyer, his second 3 of this game. He's got 8 points, and all of a sudden it's a 7-point game. 11:50 to go. I told you there was a lot of time left. Coach Oxton's going to take a timeout. He wants a hoop on this possession with a score. Lakeville North 51, Maple Grove 44, 11:52 to go in the game on the Citizens Bank Minnesota Lakeville scoreboard, bringing hometown banking to Lakeville. Member FDIC. We'll be back in 30 seconds.
Woohoo! It's what we do at Citizens Bank Minnesota, delivering the best banking services around, starting with our Woohoo Checking, the granddaddy of them all, offering an insanely high interest rate. Next up, Woohoo Simple, the young adult choice. It keeps it simple, now offering Woohoo You, a youth account with amazing rates for those future leaders. Stop by any of our locations in Lakeville, New Ulm, Lafayette, or LaSalle to find out how Citizens can put Woohoo in your banking. Get more information at citizensmn.bank, member FDIC.
11:52 to go in this one. You're in tune to KQCL-FM, Power 96 Radio. After the game, you'll hear Southern Minnesota's best classic rock. Hopefully we don't get the snowstorm they're talking about either. Lakeville North has the ball. I guarantee you Coach Oxton wants a hoop on this possession. Got the double high post. Mouster's back in the game. The handoff goes to Jensen in the lane. Shots up, no good. Well, he got a little 8-footer. Couldn't make it. Pass goes all the way down the floor. Layup is good. And they call a foul, a blocking foul on Jensen. His second. So going to the free throw line is going to be Nate Adams. And if he makes this, we got a 4-point game. I told you all good teams make runs. And they're making one now. As the free throw is good. So the Panthers who held every team in the Section 1 under 50, are not going to be able to do that unless they really go on a defensive tear here. 47 right now for Maple Grove with 11 and a half minutes to go. Jensen has it. Dribbles to the top of the key. Looks to turn the corner. Gets shut off. Passed. Oh, a nice pass to Mostert. That was awesome. Just a gorgeous little scoop pass to Mostert. He scored. Now a layup on the other end. A layup on the other end by Dreyer, who's played a great game off the bench. By the way, that was Mostert's first basket. It's 53-49. Pass on the left wing. Here's a three by Denk. It's rimmed out. Rebound taken on by Battist. He'll hand it off to Rainey. Rainey brings it up right to left on your radio dial. And a blocking foul is called on Jensen. So Jensen gets called for the foul. His third. He goes over to his coach because he didn't want to get near the official and say something. Rainey will be at the free throw line, and that's kind of what's getting Maple Grove back in this. They have 6 second-half points at the charity stripe. Lakeville North has none. Lakeville North's 0 for 4 from the free throw line this half. It's now a 4-point game as the free throw is good by Rainey, and he'll have another. He makes this. We got ourselves a 2-point game with 10:46 to go. It was just a blink ago that North was up by 13. Rainey hits them both. 8 points at the free throw line this half for Maple Grove, none for Lakeville North. Remember, North shot 62% in the first half. They're at 56% now. It still isn't bad. But Maple Grove, meanwhile, is up to 56% too. Wall on the baseline. Reverse layup is good, and he's fouled. He is so good. He's so quick. Deceptively quick. He's got that nice move. And he uses the layup. He uses the rim as a protector so it can't get blocked. He'll have a chance for a 3-point player. If he makes this, it's a 5-point game, and he does not. They're 0 for 5 from the free throw line this half. 55-51, Lakeville North. On the Citizens Bank Minnesota Lakeville scoreboard, here's a three. It's no good. Rebound taken down by Luco. He'll get it over the wall for Lakeville North. Pass on the left side to Fossey. Fossey throws it all the way across the arena. On the baseline, little reverse layup, no good by Blazczak. But Luco's right there to mop it up and put it in. Luco averages 11. That's his first basket in this game. And now the Panthers are putting on that 1-2-2 trap. Yep, Coach Oxton picking his spots here. It's 57-51. Maple Grove hasn't seen this yet. Here's a three from NBA range. It's no good. Rebound taken out by Wall. Wall behind the back dribble. Brings it across the timeline. Wall out front, gets inside the lane. They call a carry. I didn't see that. The ball came up high and he caught it. But it's going to be another turnover for Lakeville North. That's their third this half. And that should be their 10th of the game. 11 for Maple Grove. Maple Grove looks to get in attack mode. And here's the ball deflected. And they say it's off Battist. Fourth turnover this half for Maple Grove. On that last carry, he almost carried it, but he stopped. I mean, he didn't complete the carry, if you know what I'm saying. So Wall has the ball. He does everything for this Panther team. Dribbles to the left side of the lane, goes right to the basket and scores. He makes it look easy, kind of like Trey Jones in the previous game. When he gets in attack mode, it's like nobody's going to stop him. 59-51. Trey's outside shot wasn't working today, so he got in attack mode. Shots up, going right to the basket. Battist scores. He's got 8. It's 59-53. 8 minutes, 52 seconds to go. Wall dribbles to his right, goes toward the basket, gets it out front now. Here's a Fossey three, and it's good! Fossey hits another three. His third of the game, and he had 5 all season. He's got 3 in this game. Well, he must like the target center. Pass goes on the right wing. They get it back out front. Rainey does. Looking like a fullback going to the basket. They are going to call an offensive foul. I don't think there's any question about that. Adams was a little out of control. has his 5th turnover. The team has their 5th turnover this half. So with 8 minutes and 23 seconds to go, they punched it back up to a 9-point lead. Now the Lakeville North Panthers. Wall, let's see if they can hold them at bay here. Wall dribbles to his left, stops, passes it to Mastert under the basket, gets it in the right corner, and it's a turnover. Lakeville North has their 4th turnover this half, the 11th turnover of the game. They average 13 turnovers a game. As back in the game is Denk for the Lakeville North Panthers. Mastert and Wall, Jensen and Fossey. They're going to put on this trap. Rainey gets it on the left wing. Passes it back. Here's a floater by Rainey, and it's good. 10-foot floater. That's just his 2nd basket. He's got 6 points. It's back to a 7-point Lakeville North lead with 7:50 to go. Fossey dribbles all the way across the floor and gets it over to Denk. Denk passes it to Mastert. Now to Fossey, who gets, he almost had his arms ripped off. Rainey gets called for the foul. That was a frustration foul there. Trying to chase that little guy. He just can't keep up with him. So Spencer Fossey, who has 3 threes in this game, averages 3.5 points a game, and he's got 9. Gets a chance to maybe get into double figures here. Winner of this game plays Apple Valley tomorrow, the defending state champs. And it's no good. Man, they are horrible from the free throw line. That's after 0 for 6. If they make 3 of those, they get a 10-point lead. Here's a triple. Denk turns to me, not really, and says, there's your 3, Kosfeld. 65-55, back up to a double-digit lead. Battist has it on the left wing, gets it back out front. They swing it all the way around. There's still a lot of time left, down by 10. Rainey's going to shoot a long-range jumper. It's no good. Rebound taken down by Wall. Wall passes it in the left corner. Jensen, a little touch pass on the left wing for 3. It's no good. That would have been a backbreaker maybe had Denk been able to make that. Bringing it up is Adams. Adams tosses it to Rainey. He'll swing it on the left side, and Coach Schroeder wants a basket on this possession. So he takes the timeout. 6:54 to go on the Citizens Bank Minnesota Lakeville scoreboard. It's 65-55 Lakeville North. They have a scholarship program for South and North Lakeville students. Stop by for details. Member FDIC. Back in 30 seconds.
Favorite thing about my street?
It's quiet.
Safe.
The people.
We rely on each other.
And we rely on our Touchstone Energy Cooperative.
The co-op isn't just about electricity.
It's about power.
The power of information.
Efficiency.
Safety.
Technology.
That's why whenever I have a question about energy,
I always call my Touchstone Energy Cooperative first.
because in my community
I am the co-op.
And the co-op
is me.
Dakota Electric Association is your local Touchstone Energy Cooperative.
Yeah, they're good people at the Dakota Electric Association. I was just looking something up here. Yep, John Oxton's got on his bench Mike Nolan, who is a longtime head coach at Apple Valley. He's an assistant. He was the coach when Zach Goring, who's now the coach at Apple Valley, was playing. Yeah, I covered a few of those games back in the day. Man, was that fun. 65-55 is our score. In the winner of this game plays Apple Valley tomorrow in the semifinals as Rainey dribbles and gets kind of bailed out with a foul under the basket. Coach Oxton just puts his head in his hands. So Mastert gets called for the foul. Free throw is good by Rainey. You'll have another? And it's good. They have 10 points at the free throw line this half. They're down 65-57. Denk gets it on the block. Wow. Baddist has a block of a wall shot. There was quite a bit of body there. And you just heard John Axton yelling regular box. Mostert will sit down. And Luco is back in the game for the Lakeville North Panthers. Bounce pass is intercepted. I don't think that's what Coach Oxton wanted. Bringing the ball up is Adams. I mean, he bounced it right into his hand. Baddis looks to back down Wall, or is it Luco? Ball's going to go flying under the table. It was Wall. And they'll inbound it just to our left. 6:24 to go, and the Lakeville North Panthers on top, 65-57. Pass comes into Jensen. Jensen between the legs dribbles to his left. Bounces at top of the key. Luco swings it over to Dink. Wall's posted up. Passes it all the way in the left corner to Jensen. Jensen got contact. It's picked up the errant ball by Wall. Gets it back to Jensen for three, and it's good. Jensen hits his fourth three in this game. He's got 73 on the season, and it's 68-57 Lakeville North. Well, Maple Grove did come back, but the Panthers punched it back up. Rainey passes at top of the key. You're getting close to must-score time here for Maple Grove. Baddis tries a bounce pass and throws it away. 11 turnovers by Maple Grove. 15 turnovers by Maple Grove, 12 for Lakeville North. Maple Grove is shooting 54%, Lakeville North 58%. Lakeville North is shooting 53% from Treyland. They have 9 threes to Maple Grove's 4. As Jensen dribbles to his left off the high screen by Wall. Doesn't really use it, gets another one. Jensen passes it out to Wall. Dribbles left side of the lane, looks to back down. Gets in the middle of the lane, little turnaround hook shot's good. He's just so good in the paint. Here's a floater. It's no good by Rainey. Rebounds volleyballed around all over the place. Wall has nothing but layups this half, by the way. He has 10 second half points. He has 22 in the game. And Luco will go to the free throw line. Rainey got called for his 4th foul. So Luco will head to the charity stripe. By the way, Apple Valley will more than likely play Lakeville North at 8 o'clock tomorrow night. That'll be the late game. We'll have both of those semifinal Class 4A games right on our sister station, KDHL. 6 o'clock, it'll be Cretin-Derham Hall in Eden Prairie. And 8 o'clock, it looks like it'll be an all-South Suburban final. Luco hits both free throws. The first free throws made this half by Lakeville North. They split during the regular season. That'll be quite a game. Looking to dribble penetrate Rainey. Here's a long three. It's no good. Rebounds taken down. As back in the game is Stensland. He missed that tray. Here's a shot up, no good. Luco goes right back off glass and scores. Luco's got 6 points. And it's 74-57. I think you can pencil in the Lakeville North Panthers in the semifinals. All South Suburban semifinal game. The number 1 and 2 teams in the conference. Here's a three from the corner. That's good. Stensland hits his first three in this game. It says hold off on that pencil in Kosfeld. Pass goes underneath the basket. And Wall gets himself a layup. Beautiful pass from Jensen. Pass comes ahead. Adams kind of out of control, loses the ball. Wall's going to come back the other way. Wall stops at the free throw line, passes it to Blazczak. Three is no good. Rebound taken down by, Wall, or Luco, I should say, and Baddis tie it up. Possession arrow goes to Maple Grove. 3 minutes, 56 seconds to go. A 16-point Lakeville North lead. Remember, the Crimson got it down to a one-possession game. And then Lakeville North had to concentrate a little bit on some stops. And they did. They've given up more points than they typically do. Give up 52 on average during the season and 60 for the Crimson. Rainey dribbles to his left. They really can't take this kind of time. Here's a three by Adams. It's no good. Goes over the backboard. 3 minutes, 37 seconds to go in this one. 76-60 Lakeville North leads on the Citizens Bank Minnesota Lakeville scoreboard. Conveniently located across from Super Target I-35, member FDIC. Weaving his way toward the lane was Jensen, and they're going to call foul on Maple Grove. So Tist gets called for the foul. I think that's his first. And the free throw is good by Jensen. Jensen has 4 threes in this game, 2 in each half. He has 73 now on the season as he switched the free throws. Averages 11 points a game. He has 16 in this one. 78-60, Lakeville North. 3:18 to go. Shots up, no good by Adams. Rebounds taken down. Lozchek throws it ahead. Klossy tips it over to Jensen. Missed the layup. Rebounds taken down by Adams. He'll bring it across the timeline. Stops at the free throw line. Behind him gets the ball. Here's a three. It's an air ball. Tried an NBA three. It's saved inbounds to Wall. Wall comes up. Pass it in the corner. Jensen's going to shoot a three, and it's good! Tommy Jensen hits his 5th three of the game. My, oh my, it's raining threes. Here's an Adams three. It's no good. Rebound taken down. Jensen, and Adams is going to get called for the foul, I do believe. We'll come back the other way. My, oh my. 11 threes for Lakeville North. 5 threes for Maple Grove. Free throws, by the way, are dead even, 11 apiece. Maple Grove's 11 of 14, and Lakeville North is 11 of 18 at the charity stripe. As Jensen's free throw, good. He'll have another. Lakeville North was 0 for their first 6 this half from the free throw line. They're 4 for their last 4. 22-point bulge for the Panthers. They're purring right now as Jensen misses the second free throw. Looking to bring the ball up is Rainey for Maple Grove. There's 2.5 minutes to go in this one. Shots up. It's no good. We'll have the 8 o'clock game on KDHL radio. Taking the three, Rainey goes in the lane and goes right for the rack and scores. He's got 10 points, averages 13. All those points have been in this half. He did not score in the first half. Going to call a foul across the floor on Stensland, his 4th. So Cole Anderson will head to the free throw line. He has not scored in this game. Averages 6 points, 2 rebounds, just over an assist a game. His team's up by 20. Anderson's free throw comes up short. He'll have another. Panthers moving left to right on your radio dial. They beat Apple Valley, and they lost to Apple Valley as he makes the second free throw. Cole's first point. Here's a three, and it's good! From the left corner. Dreyer hits his second three in this game. He's got 13 points off the bench. The win against Apple Valley happened on the 9th of January. It was 73-67. And the loss to Apple Valley happened on the 13th of February, 63-50. 83-65 is our score. 2:15 to go on the Citizens Bank Minnesota Lakeville scoreboard. Back in 30 seconds.
All right, America. H&R Block has some good news. For a limited time only, you could get a refund advance loan of up to $3,000 the same day you file at Block. That's right. You could get up to $3,000 today. No interest. Told you it was good news. To learn more or find participating locations near you, visit hrblock.com. Get your taxes won. Optional tax refund related loan from B of I Federal Bank. Not your tax refund. $500, $750, $1,250, or $3,000 loans offered. Approval and loan amount based on expected refund and other conditions. Funds loaded on prepaid card. Tax returns may be e-filed without applying for this loan. Fees for other products or features may apply.
Well, the Lakeville North Panthers had me sweating bullets a few minutes ago. It was down to a one-possession game, but they punched her back up, and they're going to be in the semifinals and take on the Apple Valley Eagles, the defending state champs. It'll be a 2 versus 3 seed. The Panthers are the 3 seed. Lakeville North will pass the ball in against full pressure here, but, you know, I don't know if you can get 18 points in 2 minutes. Lakeville North almost turned the ball over here. They say they're going to give it back to them. So Cole Anderson will inbound it right next to us, or to our left. Passes it to Fossey. Fossey brings it across that white timeline. Bounces it toward Anderson, and it's stolen away. Of course, they're in scramble mode here as Maple Grove, and probably should have been earlier. Here's a Rainey three. It's going to be a foul on Luco. I'm sure Coach Oxton's like, why are we fouling here? Let him score. Minute 59 to go. We're up by 18 points. We're going to get this thing over with. Rainey's free throw is no good. He's 4 for 5 from the free throw line. He is Jared Rainey, the 6'1 junior. A lot of juniors on this Maple Grove team. I could see them getting back here. 3 seniors start, 2 juniors. As Jensen bounces it to Mostert, just tapped it in the corner. Now Jensen gets it back on the left wing, scoops it in the corner to Fossey, back to Jensen. Jensen dribbles inside the paint, little jump stop off glass, scores. Jump stop step. Yep, Jensen having a great game for the Panthers. Shots up no good, rebounds taken down by Lakeville North. As Rainey steals it, throws it underneath the basket, shots up off glass, and it's good. By Wilner, that's his first basket in this game. He averages 3 points a game. Well, I can guarantee you John Oxton's going to tell his team we can't have this many turnovers and beat Apple Valley. Mostert gets a rebound, puts it back up and in. He's got 4 points. I'll get you the turnover number in a moment. Wilner just scored again. He's got 5 points. Going to the basket is Cole Anderson. We're going to have a foul called on Maple Grove. It's going to be on Wilner. So Cole Anderson will go to the free throw line. Lakeville North has 14 turnovers. Not as many as I thought they had, but I don't know that they want to have that many against Apple Valley because they'll turn those into points big time. That's how they won the game earlier. Forest Lake led most of that game against Apple Valley. And then, I don't know if Zach Goring told Trey Jones it's your time, and he kind of took things over. Ended up with 20 points at 4 at the half as Anderson makes one and misses one. 88-69. Here's another triple from way downtown. Fossey gets a rebound. Triple was taken by Stensland. Going to the basket. Now we're going to have a foul call. It's Cole Anderson. So Anderson will head to the charity stripe. Where's number 23? And the free throw's good. Of course, that was my old number back in the day. I always say I had number 23 before Michael Jordan did. It's true, but as he missed the second one. 89-69. They have to hit their free throws better, too, if they want to beat Apple Valley. They're atrocious at the free throw line in this game. 14 of 23. So Fossey will bring it across the timeline, passes it underneath the basket. We got a couple of subs in the game. Fossey almost lost it, gets it back. Has it on the right wing to get it back out front. Is in the game for Lakeville North is Chris Tomczak. He's a 5'9 senior. And the clock will tick off, and that'll be the end of the game. Lakeville North 89. Maple Grove 71. 89-71. Lakeville North. They shot a blistering 59% from the field. They were 10 of 19. That's 53% from Trey Land. Their free throws were 16 of 27. Rebounds were dead even with 30 apiece. Lakeville North had 8 offensive boards. Maple Grove had 7 offensive rebounds. Turnovers 16 for the Crimson and 14 for the Panthers. Panthers did not score a field goal in the final 1 minute and 8 seconds, but hey, they win it by 18 points. Their largest lead was 22 with 2 minutes and 46 seconds to go in the game. So again, the final. Lakeville North 89, Maple Grove 71. That's what it says on the scoreboard. On the live stats, it says 90-71. We'll have to wait for the paper stats to get the official. We'll be back in 1 minute.
Favorite thing about my street?
It's quiet.
Safe.
The people.
We rely on each other.
And we rely on our Touchstone Energy Cooperative.
The co-op isn't just about electricity.
It's about power.
The power of information,
Efficiency.
Safety.
technology.
That's why whenever I have a question about energy,
I always call my Touchstone Energy Cooperative first.
because in my community
I am the co-op.
And the co-op
is me.
Dakota Electric Association is your local Touchstone Energy Cooperative.
The Gusty Basketball and Leadership Camp is designed to help each player from the highly skilled to beginners. This camp is for all age groups, boys and girls. The ultimate goal of the camp is to develop well-rounded basketball players, emphasizing discipline, floor presence, and team concepts. Each player will receive individual attention designed to help correct and improve areas of weakness and inexperience. Resident and day camperships are available. While this camp teaches fundamentals of basketball, kids also receive quality time used to discuss leadership, motivation, and positive living. Online registration is preferred at GustyBasketballCamp.com. Enrollment limited, filling fast. So go to GustyBasketball.com and register.
Yeah. Gusty Basketball Camp. 89-71 is the score. That's the official score. 89-71 Lakeville North. I think we gave you some of those statistics, but let's go over some individual stats for the Lakeville North Panthers. They were led by Tyler Wall. He had 25 points, 7 rebounds. He averages a double-double. He was 5 of 9 from the free throw line, and he wouldn't probably like that. He had 5 assists in this game. He does everything for this team. He leads the team in assists. He leads them in rebounds. He leads them in points. You name it, he leads in it. Tommy Jensen had a 23-point effort, 8 of 14 shooting. Wall, by the way, was 10 of 14 for the field. Jensen was 4 of 8 from Trey Land. He was 3 of 4 from the free throw line, had 2 assists, 2 rebounds to go with his 23 points. And Colin Dank finished with 12 points. He had 2 rebounds. He was 3 of 5 from three-point range. As the Lakeville North Panthers rain threes here at the Target Center, notching 10 of them, 53% shooting in the game from three-point range. That's unbelievable. Maple Grove had 3 guys in double figures. Nate Adams finished with 16 points, 5 rebounds. 13 points off the bench by Kyle Dreyer, who had 2 rebounds. He was 3 of 4 from Treyland. Zach Bradbury, who had 9 points in the first half, did not score in the second half. Battist finished with 8 points and 14 rebounds in this game. He came into the game averaging 12 points and 9 rebounds. So he had 14 rebounds in a losing effort and the 8 points as well. As our final score, 89-71. Lakeville North will play in the semifinals. We'll have it tomorrow night right on our sister station, the mighty 920 KDHL Radio. And again, the best way to listen is to download the absolutely free KDHL app. Tap the app on your favorite mobile device, and you can hear the sneakers squeaking and everything. Thanks to Carly for engineering back at the studios. In that game tomorrow is on our sister station, KDHL 920 AM. Thanks to the Northfield Hospital and Clinics. They brought you our keys to the game. Northfield Hospital and Clinics. Of course, Lakeville North will be playing in the semifinals tomorrow night against Apple Valley at 8 o'clock. Your key to personalized care is to go to Northfield Hospital and Clinics with a clinic in Lakeville. Stay at the top of your game with great health care from Northfield Hospital and Clinics. All their stats a service of H&R Block with offices in Lakeville, Faribault, and Owatonna. Of course, they're excellent with numbers, and they know taxes. Personalized service is emphasized to each of their offices in Lakeville, Faribault, and Owatonna. The Gusty Basketball and Leadership Camp at St. Peter. The Dakota Electric Association and Citizens Bank, Minnesota Lakeville. Also brought you our broadcast today from the Target Center in downtown Minneapolis. Final score for the final time on the Citizens Bank Minnesota Lakeville scoreboard. The Panthers of Lakeville North 89, the Crimson of Maple Grove 71. Till next time, this is Gordy Kosfeld. Have a super night.